I just came back from watching the Thunderbolts, aka, I'm not gonna say it because it's probably a little spoiler, but if you know, you know. And this is my spoiler-free review. Going into this movie, I expected a action with a little bit of comedy, and that's all I really got for it, because that's all the really trailer gave to me, and that's all I got from it. Now, was I right? Yes. It is action, obviously. I mean, look at the characters. Everybody in there been boxing for years, right? And of course, you know, Marvel likes to dabble with the whole some comedy, some not. AC just turned up, hold on. AC just turned up crazy for no reason. So they like to dabble, make almost every character a little hee hee ha ha now, right? I was pleasantly surprised on how this movie, not for to sit here and say I'm not glazing the movie, right? It's nowhere near one of the tops that they ever made. But for me, it felt relatable. How could they not be relatable? You know what I mean? Even though they're superheroes, and Marvel have done this before, multiple times, especially with like Spider-Man, you can still relate to them on certain aspects. And on this one, there's no way someone's watching the movie and saying they can't relate to certain aspects, because it tackles a lot. Right? Along with the way they did the big bad, okay, so obviously you've seen the group, and obviously you probably know about the group and their whole misfits of where they come from. I mean, it's not a spoiler, but each and every one of them, I believe, came from a secret organization of background that turns out to be evil or something of that nature, right? And so they're kind of been like thrown to the wind, to the dust. And a lot of people, when this came out, was like, I don't really care like these characters like that. They finna put them all together in a movie. It seems like in the beginning, it seems like let's wrap these characters up, throw them away. You know what I'm saying? Like let's wrap them up, whatever. People not messing with them, throw them away. They make you feel for these characters. Even Walker, even like the Captain America 2 or whatever you want to call them. For like, you know, somewhat, like for me, I ain't gonna lie, him personally, I don't really feel for him like that. I mean, like, even after the movie, I'm just like, you feel me? But everybody else, you kind of like felt for them. They put you in, and then you feel for them, because not only are they showing you why they are who they are, but they're showing you why they feel the way they feel. And they take you along that journey to where you end up feeling it too. So as far as a personal connection to each character and feel for them, I say yes. Jokes, it was probably as funny as I thought it was. It was probably as funny as I thought it was. I mean, I don't think I ever had a Marvel movie. No. I definitely had some laughs. Even in some TV shows, movies, yeah. But this one, I had a laugh or two. There was like a scene or two that I could think of off the top of my head that made me laugh. So if you're in there for the comedy, I don't go for the comedy, but you might get a chuckle. That's the most I can say. You might get a chuckle. You might not. I don't know. It depends on, you know what I'm saying? Mediocre jokes. Combat. For the most part, for some reason, I will say this. The combat feels familiar, which makes it feels good. If that makes sense. Like the choreography, the fight scenes feels familiar, and it feels good. Like, there is one scene where I really like in the beginning. I was not gonna say who, what, when, where, how, why, but in the beginning, really great choreography. Like, it really shows that these people that's put together knows how to box, right? It shows reflexes, it shows strength, it shows smart. It really, like, the choreography really took each and every one of like their details of this character and their smarts and really let them shine. Like, you like, oh, like they put out stuff that you probably forgot about. Like, oh, and they put out stuff to where it makes sense of why that could do that, and it's believable. That's another thing. It's believable. Again, I know I'm giving a lot of ups for it. Again, it's not like the greatest, the way they deal with the big bad was obviously more of an interesting level. Was the way they dealt with the way they dealt with the big bad was very interesting, because obviously in the trailer you're like, what in the world are they supposed to do? But it makes sense of why what happened. Kind of like an obvious outcome, but if you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Now, a caveat that I do have, which could also be a good thing, is that there's definitely some forgettable characters in here. 100%. Characters where if you switch them out with somebody else, it probably hit the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this character specifically needs to be in this moment for this to happen, Definitely could be switched out, and definitely did not add that much to the story in my defense. In my personal opinion, I would say there's 2 characters in there that just don't do it for me. I guess I can say the names because that's not a spoiler. It's just my opinion. So Ghost, the person that can phase through things, and Winter Soldier, surprisingly. Well, no, I would say there's a scene for Winter Soldier that is supposed to be more badass than what it was, I believe, and it just it just didn't hit the mark in my opinion. But it was that the soundtrack was cool actually. Soundtrack wasn't like, oh, this is the best soundtrack like Spider-Verse or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? It was decent. So it did what it needed to do. Obviously the Marvel, so no spoilers, but obviously there is a post-end credit. And this is what makes me feel that nostalgia that I had from back in the day, Marvel, bro, because the post-credit scene does what it needs to do. I personally feel like the post-credit scenes in the movies of like Multiverse of Madness, or whatever the case may be, it's like it gave it's continuing, but it never showed what it's continuing to. It'd be like, oh, hi, maybe I'm a person from a different dimension. We need some help. Okay, that's it. That's all you get. Oh, he's in another dimension now. Something like that. Whatever. It never is like whatever. This one though, it gets you excited. You know what I'm saying? It gets you. Oh, now I gotta. It makes you want to watch YouTubes about what you missed. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to look up if you didn't know a specific character or not. It. And I used to do that. Now I don't care. But now they make me start caring again. So this could be, even though it wasn't a great top tier, even though it wasn't a top tier movie, I think it did what it needed to do to set things on the right track. And if it pays off, cinema. But that's just my spoiler review. If you want to talk about it, we have a Discord and a link. We can go ahead and talk about it in there in detail and everything like that as well. If you go in Discord, we watch movies reactions, so don't forget to follow for that as well. And yeah, I'll see y'all. Deuce.